Joining me now from New York City, public affairs consultant and former Trump campaign advisor, Sam Nunberg. Sam, I want to go to what I think has been misreported all weekend long regarding the Cohen agreement with the special prosecutor and, of course, the prosecutors in New York. Number one, first of all, the Washington Post is reporting, in general, like everybody else, that the court papers are implicating President Trump in plans to, quote, buy the silence of women. Number one, it's not illegal to, quote, buy the silence of anyone. It's not illegal to proffer an NDA in front of them, even during a campaign. But the violation itself, so-called, is not a violation of campaign law. So Donald Trump is not implicated in any kind of felony here. I want to break it down further, but that's my initial statement to you.
Graham, you're 100% right. First of all, it's very important that we also remember that the Southern District is being highly selective in how they want to treat Michael Cohen here. Remember, Bob Mueller in his filing on Michael Cohen says that when Cohen went in for his initial interview, he lied to them. Subsequently, when he realized you can't lie to them, then he started to tell whatever his version of the truth is. Now, with the Southern District, Graham, they said that Michael still has not cooperated with them on his own tax issues, which implicate his family. And as you're saying, it's very important when we talk about these election issues. Look, I advised Donald Trump from 2011 to 2015. And I'm not saying that on your show right now to talk about my resume. I'm talking to you because we looked into these issues. And it is quite clear under federal election law that if there is another purpose where you could make a payment or a settlement, any type of settlement, it would not be called a campaign activity. And this is the same thing as if Donald Trump goes to his golf course, meets with prospective voters, and then they would say to him, well, that's a campaign violation.
Right. Okay, so let's break it down even further and drill down a little bit. The Cohen guilty plea seems to me is really part of a pretext here on behalf of the Democrat Party to get Donald Trump. And Adam Schiff is at the forefront. He's at the vanguard of this, saying, in part, there's a very real prospect on the day Donald Trump leaves office, the Justice Department may indict him. This is pure conjecture. But what it is, Sam, is part of the narrative that Donald Trump is guilty. This is the Democrat narrative they're trying to get out to the American people, that Donald Trump is dirty. Donald Trump was dirty as a campaigner. He was dirty during the transition process, and he's dirty as president of the United States. So this is the foundation that they're laying for later on during the next 2 years, and certainly during 2019, as the Democrats retake control of the House of Representatives. They're going to build upon this as an impeachment foundation.
Look, I can't tell you how many times these past 2 years you've had Adam Schiff on TV saying that anything and everything shows that Donald Trump colluded with the Russians. Anything and everything to Adam Schiff makes him a criminal. Remember, Democrats didn't want to run on impeaching Donald Trump, which was what their ultimate motive has always been, should they have won the House this last midterm, Graham. Right. They ran away from it. But the fact of the matter is, it is quite clear this is cooked. He will be, I believe, he will be impeached out of the House, not removed by the Senate. But it's also very important to mention a couple other issues, Graham. The Southern District, the same way this Justice Department and FBI have it out for Donald Trump because he fired James Comey, I want to also make your audience realize the Southern District of New York, in particular, which is a very powerful district, they have it out for Donald Trump because he fired Preet Bharara. Right. And there are ways, as you know, that they can always interpret laws. And there are ways where they could say this is not a violation or this is a violation. Case in point, when James Comey let Hillary Clinton off, when he basically re-examined the law or recreated one to let her off for her hoarding confidential information, classified information, excuse me.
The law regarding campaign finances and using money is very, very clear. And you know, you've been involved in this kind of realm for many, many years now. I don't just want to read part of it, Sam. The Federal Elections Commission. If the expense would exist even in the absence of the candidacy or even if the office holder were not in office, then the personal use ban applies. The personal use ban, of course, is using campaign money to make a transaction. But we know the facts here. And the facts are here is that President Trump, then candidate Trump, used his own money.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.